Reptil was a school shooter? Reptil rejecting women? Naked man trying to be clothed with a kid Reptil? Today we're gonna talk about this and other interesting aspects of this hero. Stay tuned. Hey everyone. Have you ever tried to be cool but people thought you're a weirdo? Back in 2009, such weirdo was a Reptil. According to the other heroes, Reptil is a real Superboy among heroes, but Superboy belongs to DC, so that's why he picked another name. Anyway, let's get closer to this character and take a look at one of his first comics adventure.
Jumping on a tree, lefting house with the door open. Got an ABC grammar, that's what I'm talking.
This guy was really questionable from the start, and before we will start, answer a simple question. If you found a strange artifact in a forgotten place surrounded by creepy nature, what will you do? That's right, just pick this strange as Doctor Strange has crystal with bare hands. Hero of the year. After this superior moment, his parents disappeared. I can understand them. They were ashamed. They wanted his child to be a doctor, or an engineer, or just a good guy, but instead their child turning into any type of dinosaurs. So bad that in modern world nobody hired dinosaurs. Triceratops can be a good construct worker, you know. Also, I heard a rumor that his parents disappeared because Reptil finds out good to touch questionable things. Is he stupid? My apologies for Reptil fans, this character not that bad as you might be thinking. Let's skip the part where he's learning how to use his abilities. The interesting part begins when Tigra comes to Reptil and tries to recruit him into a small Avengers gang. Reptil declined request from Hot Chick because woman was never a priority. After a long talk, he finally gets into team because story about Reptil can't go on without actual Reptil. I'm not going to tell you everything about team members because the story not telling us about other heroes. So if you don't know who is Cloud9 or some other members, just keep in mind they are side characters and you technically lose nothing from it. Now I want to tell you only interesting parts of the story.
Who better come over, with his mouth open. Snatch that door off his room like it's Hulk Hogan.
By keeping training his dinosaur strength, agility and resistance, Reptil even tried to shoot from sniper rifle. With that skill he might be a good apprentice for Punisher himself. Also, I just noticed Reptil was trained with a girl named Cloud9, the girl who can control gas and making clouds, and she also a good marksman, so that means Marvel invented stealthy sniper and called it a superhero. Back to the story. On the first mission against humanoid dinosaur, pretty fair enemy for Reptil, named Stigron, pretty fair name for dinosaur character. Reptil, as hot-headed teenager, simply forgot about everything he learned from other heroes in the camp, coming alone against Dino, and then got easily knocked out. That made team members doubt in him. Also, Stigron got escaped from the battle. Even Stigron know that Reptil is not that good guy to spend time for. After unlucky battle, heroes find out that Stigron tried to find a Moon Boy. Not a Moon Knight boy, not even Werewolf by the Night boy, the monkey one. Reptil trying to find Moon Boy to prove he's not as big outsider as people thinks. Reptil and his team find Moon Boy caged in the lab and helping him to escape. I'm really happy that Reptil learned from his mistakes and started to be a part of the team as a real Avenger hero. After rescuing Moon Boy, Reptil meets Khazar, a guy from Wildlands who can survive in Wildlands. Looks like Marvel not even trying to make an original characters here. By the way, how they got in contact with the wild guy who lives in Wildlands? Everyone got Wi-Fi now? Khazar thanks Reptil for saving Moonboy and getting him back into the jungle. After heartwarming dialogues, Khazar offers to help Reptil to find his lost parents. And that's where the story got to be continued. For me, Reptil looks like a sidekick in these comics, and all this Spidey animal stuff from Marvel looks unfinished. If you're interested in comics, you can read it by yourself, or let me know in the comments if you like to hear another stories from me about different comics arcs. Anyway, let's move from comics to the cartoon series.
5 pounds of gold in the bank. Need to take it out. Too many lizards on my couch. I need another couch.
Marvel created Superhero Squad show. Maybe this time Reptil will be more skilled hero.
Now I get to show him I'm a self-start, not a ditch digger.
Hiya, kid.
In Superhero Squad show, he takes a role of a new member of Avengers. Like in comics, he failed his first mission and then improved his mistakes. In the episode 9 of season 1, we can see that Reptil lives with his parents. Looks like the story ended well with his family, like if you're 22 and still live with parents. In Reptil's room, we can see walls covered with superheroes' photos, except Falcon's photo.
You got Ant-Man on your wall and not me? The Texas Twister. Now I'm just hurt.
Reptil might be a racist, but I don't like Falcon too. Kamala Khan just a faker fan against Reptil because Reptil can afford sleeping with superheroes in one room. Checkmate, Miss Marvel! In episode 19 of season 1, we get to know that his crystal that helping him turn into any dinosaur is nothing more than a fractal. And you know what? In episode 26 of season 1, Reptil sacrificed his crystal to make a sword for Silver Surfer. That one sword that made Surfer turn into dark side. So Reptil helped to create one of the strongest enemies of the world. Watching this show, I can say that I see Reptil as a person who turned from nearly sidekick character to a real hero who can save the world by sacrificing his hero powers.
So much for my superhero career. Now I'm just some guy who doesn't wear shoes.
You're still a hero, kid. You just proved it.
It might be a good example of true hero, but you know, f that shit. Forget what I told you before. Having power crystal or not, he still can transform into dinosaur. Just because, why not? Remember in first part of this video, Reptil rejected Tigra. Well, in episode 12 of season 2, he continues to pissing off the women. At this moment, it was Firestar, who was also a girl from his school class.
Professor, Angelica is nice and all, but she's a total space case. She's forgetful, she's unreliable. You don't know Angelica. Alright, she's always late, she has the lamest excuses for not getting her work done. Everyone knows she's a total slacker.
Bruh.
So yeah, if you don't like women or you're just a hot-headed guy who wanted to be a part of the team, Reptil is your choice. Unfortunately, Reptil in-game can't transform into any sort of dinosaurs, he can't even fly using pterodactyl wings, he can't run through enemies using Triceratops' spiky head, and so on.
You stupid!
As you might be noticed, he's not having crystal on his neck. That means he donated his crystal to Silver Surfer Sword. Talking about his powers and abilities in game, I can say that he's mid character. There is nothing good, but also there is nothing bad. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and never touch a strange random things. See you later.
Is it okay if Firestar joins us? I mean, she's pretty cool. She saved my life twice already today.
As long as she doesn't cause any problems.
Alright! We're like a trio.
Wolverine and his amazing friends.